regularly do is like take inspiration from something around me. What's the matter?
I was thinking you might want to turn the piano down just a wee bit.
But this one, I have no idea where it came from. It just sort of appeared. In fact, one of my daughters walked out while I was working on it. She said, "What's that?" And I said, "I don't know." We're on the Greta's and Marlene's. The Mae West, where they. No one tells the boys, "Come and see me sometime." That's hard to style nowadays. But I still long for old time steamy romance. Gowns and stockings with seams, and men that wear trench coats and fedora hats. I wish they'd bring that all back. 'Cause I wanna be a femme fatale. I wanna be a fan. I wanna whistle like a call and have 'em all eating from my hand. Put me on a pedestal, competing for my glance. I wanna be a femme fatale. I wanna be a fan. Though I am a liberated woman, sometimes I prefer to be a tease. And when I see those starlets with eyes come hither soft, I could pull that off, it seems to me. See? Buy me clothes and bring me joy, and open doors and pull me out of seas, and then stand by politely until I'd sit, enjoy my sparkling wit, a little risque repartee with a femme fatale. I wanna be a fan. I wanna be the party doll that upsets all their other plans. I know it isn't fashionable, but it's so elegant. I wanna be a femme fatale. I wanna be a fan. Dietrich and Davis, they had it made. Mansfield and Monroe, hey, here they all go. Well, the women we admire now in the movies are all doctors and lawyers and chiefs. They don't flutter their lashes or swing their hips. They don't pout their lips or send anyone to knee. And if they're in some older profession, they've all been reformed by Act 3. They've given up their cigarettes and champagne. I guess we've come a long way, but I sure miss the day of love. Femme fatale, I wanna be a fan. I wanna give the boys the eye, call some guy my honey lamb. I'd have 'em all in a spell, I'd have 'em in a trance. If I was a femme fatale, I would be sensational. I wanna be a fan. Figure out how to do this. There. I used to be 4'11" 3/4, and I'm not anymore. So the shorter I get, the higher the heels get. I'm not giving up anything. This song, I'm going to do a song from each of 3 of my 6 albums, and the 7th is in the oven at the moment, as we speak. So this one was brand new at the last Night of the Arts. before the pandemic, which with my usual wonderful sense of timing, I put out just before the pandemic hit. And what it is the stories from the Bible you never got to hear, because nobody asked them. Yeah, and most of those were women, but not all, as it turned out, because after the first few, they kind of started writing themselves, and it was whomever, So there's one about Goliath, who is decidedly not female. But this was the first one, and the reason it was written was because I did a song with a biblical reference, and a woman came up to me at that CD release, and she said, "You ought to read this book I just read. It was all about women in the Bible. It's called Women in the Bible." It made it really easy to find. So I read it, and I don't think that I got out of it the reason why she recommended it, because what I noticed was that there were all these people who were kind of spear carriers, that they had really important roles, but nobody asked them their story, or sometimes you didn't even find out their name. And the first one that I noticed that about was responsible for 8 of the 12 tribes. Those were her children. And she has 2 sentences in the Bible, one of which I can't remember. And the other one was that it depends on which mistranslation you read, but it says she has either weak or cow-like eyes, and that was it. Right? So I thought she deserved more than that. I have kind of an inflated sense of responsibility, so I wanted to tell those stories, and this is hers. As far back as I remember, I was always Rachel's sister. Sometimes I think that started before she was even born. She was lively, she was clever, and everybody loved her. And when the men came looking, it was Rachel they looked for, not me. I was Rachel's sister. Jacob saw her fetching water, asked if she was Laban's daughter, and she ran home to let us know to make room for one more. I fell in love that night at dinner. He never saw for watching her. When the meal was over, it was Rachel he asked for, not me. Rachel's sister. This is the story as it is written, but those were the lives we were living. Here is the truth, not the one that others told. It's the one that I know. I am Rachel's sister. They said Jacob was the trickster, but my father brought me forward on Rachel's wedding day, draped in veils upon his arm. But then Jacob worked the harder, and for Rachel too he bartered. Still, I thought I'd win him when each new son was born to me, Rachel's sister. But every night I'd hear her whisper, "Give me sons like you gave my sister, and prove that you love me. Prove you love me more." So then one night he did it, I will never know. I am only Rachel's sister. This is the story as it is written. Those were the lives we were given. Here is the truth, not the one the old men told. It's the one that I know.